不想活了！
我活不活无所谓，我只有你死！
哪吒，你战力非凡，定可当平入宫。
The Chinese New Year holidays is a lucrative time for Chinese films to hit the cinema screens, and 2025 is one of the most competitive years. This year we have Operation Hadao, the sequel to Operation Red Sea. We have The Creation of Gods 2, Detective Chinatown 1990, Choi Hak's Legend of Condors, The Gallants, and then we have Ne Zha 2, a sequel to the highly successful first outing. Ne Zha 2 follows directly after the first film left off. Ne Zha and Obing are trying to restore their physical bodies after their sacrifice defending their town that occurred during the first film. Along with their master, the villagers all come together to help build their new bodies, but they are attacked by the panther, resulting in Obing sacrificing his physical form once again. This angers the father of Obing, the Dragon King. The Dragon King attacks the town, but Ne Zha's master comes up with a plan that can restore Obing to the living, which results in the Dragon King making an agreement with Ne Zha, who's the only one who can go to the God realm and partake in several tasks which will allow him to gain God status and allow him to choose gifts of his choice, with one in particular that can help restore Obing. Ne Zha has to hide his devil status from the gods. As all this is happening, there are several evil forces at play, and Ne Zha and co will have to overcome everything. Ne Zha was a major hit when it was released in 2019. The animation was praised all around, and the Chinese loved what they had done with the story, despite deviating heavily from the source material. Though the story itself was a tad predictable and cliched, it was successful in melding comedy, drama, and action in a very pleasing package. The sequel ups everything by 10. While the first film felt more concise and the story smaller in scale, Ne Zha 2 takes things to the gods and the underworld. The battles are grander, with large-scale battles playing out on screen. The fights vary in variety, and the choreography on display is phenomenal. Things are aided by some gorgeous animation which is fast and fluid. This time the level of detail on screen is greater than that featured in the first film. The town is fleshed out more, and when the underworld invades, in which lava spills out from portals, it is a sight to behold. The underworld is dark and depressive, with glows emanating from the lava, while the heavens have this modern white sheen to it, though I have to say the heavens does lack detail. Along with the action, the story is much stronger than before. Like I mentioned, the scale is larger, so that means the stakes are greater than before. Both Ne Zha films are about growth in character. The first film saw Ne Zha come to terms with who he is and to take destiny into his own hands. The sequel continues to further this, and Ne Zha breaks out from sheltering his emotions and come to terms with his love and care for his family. As much as it is Ne Zha's film, it's also Obing's film. In fact, Obing is given much more character growth than before, and his art can feel like a commentary on society, in which the old ways may not always be the correct way, and one needs to branch out on their own. You will occasionally be taken by surprise, but at times it's predictable where it's heading, yet its predictability is directed with an assured hand, making it effective. There are twists and turns and double crossings presented throughout, but it never becomes convoluted. In fact, if you're watching carefully, the pieces are all in place for audience to see. The ultimate sacrifice made was emotional, and it's saddening seeing such a beloved character killed off, but it's an emotional crux needed to propel the story forward. Other than an action fantasy film, the film is also a comedy. There is a surprising amount of comedy beats scattered throughout. Some may seem like childish humour involving farts and pissing gags, but it's handled well enough to elicit some laughs. Other times the jokes which will catch you surprised and are very creative. I'll say sit through the end credits and there's some moments of hilarity that some may miss. My only gripe is sometimes the serious moments of the film are undermined by the jokes. It can really take you out of that emotional moment that it's trying to elicit. The film is actually surprisingly emotional and dark at times. At times, it can feel like an anime when there's always some random hidden power to overcome, something that was too powerful before. But the power fantasy afforded to someone overpowering evil feels really good. The film, for me, is almost perfect. The film is fast and to the point and wastes little time to get going. It's truly an entertaining film.
哪吒，你战力非凡，定可当平入宫。